Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 2. We're playing on the Game of Thrones mod on the Robert Rebellion scenario. We're playing as House Targaryen. We're playing as Rhaegar Targaryen himself. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and would like to see more, the best way to ensure more content is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. If you're not enjoying the series, of course, feel free to leave a dislike and let me know alternatively what other strategy games you would like me to let's play on the channel instead. 17 years Robert's Rebellion has been on, nearly the same age as I was when this all started. What was that, 23? So, in today's episode, hopefully we can wrap up Robert's Rebellion. If you haven't gone and seen the first episode, holy crap, we managed to assassinate Ares. We've had a massive, long, protracted war. We managed to slay Jorah Mormont in single combat. And hopefully we can end the war here today and have some peace in Westeros. So, King Rhaegar of the Iron Throne, of course, 40 years of age, has 2 children. I'll recap the other 7 kingdoms as well and who's sort of governing what. So, my daughter, Rhaenys, is 18. I've actually married her to Lord Paramount Willis Martell, Lord of House Martell. He's 22, and they've actually got some children. Garth is 2, and we also have Mace here, who's 1, as Mace Tyrell did die of a period of sickness. Okay, moving down to the Stormlands. Robert Baratheon is still the usurper, of course. Further down in Dorne, Doran Martell is currently the prince. They still, yeah, so Princess Arianne, Quentin Martell, Loreza are currently their children. Tyrion Lannister is Lord Paramount of the Westerlands. He has a wife. Tywin died of a coma in his bed. Cersei, 33, got married off to a Crakehall. Yeah. And who too? Sir Sumner Crakehall. They have a daughter, Joanna, and a son, Godwyn. I'm pretty sure House Tully is no more, as Serwyn Stark currently holds the Riverlands. We'll go to Catelyn. So what's going on with House Tully? Edmure's in prison. Lysa Hoster died in the Westerland dungeons. And Edmure's currently in prison by Lord Fowler. The Vale actually have a pretty strong, secure line of Arryns. The Arryn line that you know in the show has now died out. Jon Arryn married Lysa Tully. They had a daughter, Jane, but she died. Then it went all the way back to a different line of Arryns here, which have died out in the show, and it's actually quite strong. Denys, Jon, Rolland, Martis, Hugh, Jasper, Guston. Like, look at this. Look how many Arryns are here. So House Arryn, obviously a different show Arryn now, but still quite secure. Up in the north, Eddard Stark, the Wolf, is 36 years of age. Robb Stark died. Sansa Stark is still alive. Serwyn is now the heir. Brandon is 7. Rickon is 4. And Bam is 2. Benjen Stark is still alive, of course. But that's it. That's how Westeros is shaping up here at the moment. Okay, so our Septon is the Hand of the King. Ilya Martell is our Master of Law. Mortimer Stokeworth is our Men-at-Arms. Sir Gilbert of Far Crossing is our Master of Coin. Lord Montford of Driftmark of House... what is this here again? House... Valerion. Varion, or whatever it is. What else are we going on here? And Grand Master Gillard of the Iron Throne is currently our court physicianer. Can't even speak properly today. It's a bit early in Australia. My apologies. Right, we do need a new... yeah, hang on a minute. So, you're the Septon, but you're already up here. Well, we'll change it then. We'll change it to you, because I want to have a Septon here. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed to do. Let's oversee the realm. Right, we've got a new Hand of the King. Millard of Bramsford. Laws-wise, Aegon is currently my heir. And my brother Viserys is currently in hiding. I can't somehow get him out of hiding, can I? Why is he permanently in hiding? I have a feeling perhaps Aerys sent him out, but we do need to get him married off as well at some point. Maybe when the war subsides, we might be able to get marriages with a couple of other houses just to secure it, you know what I mean? Okay, military-wise at the moment, we've got 3,600 here. You might be thinking, Simpzy, where's your army? You had like 10,000 here in the last episode, 8,000 or so. Did they get destroyed? No, they're hanging around here somewhere. They've probably gone into this army now. For some reason, you can't transport allied troops. Sometimes, like, it's really weird how Crusader Kings 2 works. Sometimes, like, when you have an army like this, allied forces will usually sort of clip on. And the majority of actually my Crown Land forces have actually been quite decimated. It's really my allied forces have helped me out. So I only had a core of about 2,000, and most of this army is actually made up of mercenaries. My economy's back on track now as well. We have 46 gold in the bank, and we are currently besieging Dragonstone and trying to retake it, because we've already hit 100% on battles. I haven't played CK2 in a while. I probably should have checked this earlier on. Like, I was running, we had an epic first episode. We wiped out most of the competition, but we probably should have recaptured Dragonstone and Driftmark a hell of a lot earlier, because as you can see, the capitulation is what's keeping him in the game here at the moment. We've managed to hit the battle completion, easy peasy, but I just had to quickly go up, retake Antlers, Rook's Crest, a couple of others, and now we're sailing all over to Dragonstone. So did this war go probably for another 5 years than what it probably should have? Maybe. You could argue that. But, like I said, it's been like 8 months since I've played Crusader Kings 2. But I'm absolutely having a blast back in it. So we have an unmarried heir here as well. I would have loved to marry him to Ariana Martell. You really need to get betrothals done early, especially with the major houses. So I could go for a betrothal here. She's 6, but she is in line to the Martell throne. Not really much else is going. How old is she? She's 2. There's a Tyrell here. Can we manage? Oh, what about Cersei? Is she not married? Oh, okay. I don't think I can imagine that. That'd be good. Not really much is going on with the Tullys. What about the Aarons? Is there a daughter? She's 6. Freya. We could marry into House Greyjoy, potentially. Asha Greyjoy's 23. Asha. Yara in the show. 14. Victara. Wow, okay. I forgot about the Iron Islands. I didn't check or show you that before. So Bell the Tyrant has a son, Maron, Asha, Theon, and Quillon. Euron, Victarian's dead, was slain. Oh my god. Aeron, Victarian were all slain by the fucking Crow's Eye. That's crazy, man. I still want to try and marry Lyanna at some point. I did read in the comments as well. Some of you guys on Steam linked me some forums and stuff. Once the War of the Five Kings ends, is what I know now, more of the Tower of Joy scripting stuff happens as we're playing as Rhaegar. So that should be good. But at the moment, it's been 17 years. How old is Lyanna now? 33. Crikey. Become regent. So it's still like... This war has gone on for so long. So we got some righteous imprisonments here. We got some unlanded sons as well. So we have my brother. So let's have a quick look at the Targaryen tree at the moment. Aerys. So my brother Viserys is still alive. Aegon. But at least I got some grandchildren with Garth and Mace. So House Tyrell is going to be quite close to us in the wars to come, which is fantastic. Okay, well, there are a couple of potential princesses, especially down in Dawn with Loreza. She's 6. There's also an Aaron here as well. Freya, who's 6. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the war to be over. We're at 93% to capitulation, and we'll just sort of give it a... well, we'll see how we can... marry, yeah, we'll see who we can marry our children off to once. Oh, what? once the Robert's Rebellion is over. Because once Westeros is in a time of peace, we might be able to marry into houses that probably don't like me. So your enemy, Lord Paramount Eddard, has been captured by Lord Baelor Drummond of Oldwick and has been taken as a prisoner. Okay, so Eddard Stark is now in prison at Oldwick. Where is Oldwick? Oh, wow. So, have the Greyjoys come on my side, have they? I'm not entirely sure. So, unmarried heir. That's fine. We can marry you off at some point. Okay, let's try and storm Dragonstone. Yeah, probably don't inform me about these trials. Your Grace, I honour my allegiance. Your Grace, I like to politely mind you that... Oh! Oh, your father died, did he? Marek of Claw's Isle. Oh. Well... I don't have the full amount, but I'll pay in interest, sure. I honour my word, I'm a good king. Even though we're running incredibly low on funds. Okay, can we try and storm another layer here? Not quite possible. Just wait a little bit longer. But Robert Baratheon is at 82% to capitulation. We should be able to wrap up the war here today, unless they've taken some more territory from under my nose. Dragonstone, the Whispers have been taken. Maybe some of my allies could take that. Once we take Dragonstone, that's going to be quite massive for us. Continue to throw everyone we've got. Yep, and we've retaken Dragonstone. So the Whispers and the Crown Keep and the Antlers is what we need to retake as well. Okay, we've got some units, finally. We can get some more, which is good. Right, we'll try a rally up here. I don't particularly want to lose this, though, again, because it was a fucking pain in my ass to take Dragonstone. But we could quickly go over to the Whispers. Maybe someone could very well take it. Yeah, so it's just the Whispers, the Antlers as well. Alright, so try and get everyone here. We'll rally up. Alright, try and merge with you can. Try and embark as well, that'll be good. Alright, embark, and then quickly disembark here or somewhere if you can. You should be able to go straight for there, surely. They're raiding. Last thing I want is goddamn Rhaegar to be taken out on a ship. Alright, let's push up here now. Ah! My trusted and devoted Chamberlain just brought the attention that one of my... shit. Okay. So, my trusted and devoted Chamberlain just brought to my attention that one of my serving maids has given birth to a child. According to him, my son is the father. Force him to adopt the child to prevent a scandal. Give him a beating for messing. Send him to confess his sins. Yeah, we'll send him to confess his sins. The problem is we haven't got him married off, so that's more of my that's more of my problem than anything. Okay, let's get rid of this fleet. Oh, god damn it. Poor bugger. Okay. Alright, let's rally up again. And let's try and retake the Antlers for us back. We've got a decent army here now, though. So let's give you another command. We'll send Stokeworth here. Celtigar. Okay, you can go further north now. I just need to hope that Dragonstone doesn't get retaken. Okay, we're about to retake the Antlers here for us. Yep, the Antlers has been retaken. So what else is still on the list? The Whispers and North Crake Claw, which is this here, and then this. My leads, I believe that one of your vassals discouraged me from associating, blackmail the vassal, I guess. Oh, this is Riker. We'll do nothing for now. Yeah, there's no point of pissing people off just yet. Okay, so what's still there? The Whispers and North Cracor, which is both here. Cool. Storm it where you can. We might be able to capitulate them here. So even this has taken a little while as well. Hasn't been easy. Yeah. Your Grace, traditionally Dragonstone is seat for the heir. I hereby request as your son. Oh, very well. I mentioned the war. The wall, sorry. Okay, so Aegon, my son, of Elia, wants Dragonstone. Now, I'm actually quite happy to give that to him. That's fine. However, we need him to get married off. So we can go very well and give it to him. Mention the wall. But warning, it is customary to bestow this castle. If Aegon refuses the request, he may inform the realm and you might be seen as a tyrant. I'm going to quickly go to Dawn. 8. I want to ensure a marriage. Or at least have some sort of... Because if we send him off, he's just going to marry anyone. And he is next in line to the throne. You know what I'm saying? I can't let him marry just anyone. So can we go through here? I'd actually quite like him to marry Cersei. That'd be good. Greyjoy, no. I would have liked to marry maybe a Stark or something. No. Look what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, right? We're going to try and betroth him to... Yeah. Loreza of Dawn. Alright. Poor fighter. She's 8. How old is Aegon? 19. So let's send that off. Oh, very well. So we'll give him Dragonstone. So technically he is the independent lord now. There's not really too much we can do. Offer non-aggression pact. Oh, speaking of that sort of stuff, we can actually officially form an alliance with Willis. And let's get a non-aggression pact with my son. Okay. Oh, they've accepted. Now, did that go through? Dear father-in-law, peace be with you. I, Lord Paramount Willis of the Reach, accept your offer of an alliance. And I don't know if the marriage pact went through. I don't know if it did. Anyway, we can lose 100 prestige. How much do we have? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's grant him a knighthood. Your son, Aegon, has proven himself to be a fine warrior. You have him kneel before you. And tap his shoulder. Aegon of the House Targaryen, in the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the young and innocent. Okay, I haven't read this before, so I didn't know the sort of lingo with it. Okay, in the name of the maid, I charge you to protect all women. In the name of the seven, I charge you to be just and honourable. Rise, Sir Rhaegar. Oh, Sir Aegon, rather. Cool. So he's a knight now. So that's going to help him with his stats as well. We've got a small conflict here in the Whispers. That's been retaken. So all that remains is Northern Crakehall. And then Robert's Rebellion will end. Now, I said at the start of this episode, it was 17 months. I think it was like 16 and 10. 17 years, 16 and 10 roughly. So it's been about another year. Nearly 2. Since we've knocked this out. Come on. Right. That's it. I think that's it. She's all over Red Rover. 100%. Let's... Yep, enforce demands. We can do it. Wow, the War of the Usurper has ended. King Rhaegar of the Iron Throne has won. Robert Baratheon is imprisoned. Okay, so the alliance and non-aggression pact between Robert and the Starks has been dissolved. Rhaegar is now known as the Dragon. Really? King Rhaegar, the Dragon of the Iron Throne. So, is he in the dungeon now? He is too. Call all of court out of hiding. Good, we can do that now. Perfect, so let's see. Oh, phew. The war has won. The rebel armies have been crushed by your brave loyalists. Sir Edmure of Waxley is one of the traitors. So here we can go through and allow people to bend the knee. Well, I'm going to allow most of the vassals, the bannermen, to bend the knee, as they're just following orders mostly. So, of Wicton. Waxley can bend the knee. Ah, now this is an interesting one. The war has been won. Eddard Stark now stands before you. Do we allow him to bend the knee? Do we send him to the dungeon? Or do we try and make him forfeit the north? Where even is he? He's somewhere else. What would Rhaegar do? The Mad King killed his son. But he did rise this fucking army and fucking made me keep Lyanna hidden in a tower throughout this war. Because I guess you could sort of roleplay, she's been kept in my safety. So, do I send him to the dungeon? Do I try and knock him off? What would Rhaegar do after all this? What was Rhaegar's opinion of Ned? I'm going to allow him to bend the knee. I reckon I'm going to allow a lot of them. Because this war was started not by me, really. Rickon Stark has arrived at your court. Why is that? I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe it's just like a hostage sort of deal. Right. No one major. Brightwater can bend the knee. Rushing into action seems foolish. I've gained the patience trait. The Blackwoods can bend the knee. The Tumbletons can bend the knee. Denny's as well. This is another thing because it was actually Jon Arryn that sided with the Starks, married to Lysa Tully, so they can bend the knee. You can bend the knee. I'm probably only going to kill Robert Baratheon out of all of them. Salt Pans, Hayford, Griffin's Roost. Look, you got to be a kind and just king, but in the same boat, you've got to be merciful, and you can't be cruel all the time. So we have Robert Baratheon. Let him bend the knee. Send him to the dungeon. He will forfeit the Stormlands. So what happens here? He will be kept imprisoned. Will surrender the Stormlands to the crown and will be taken prisoner. We could make him forfeit the Stormlands and give it to my brother Viserys. That could be an idea. But if I don't, it could go into open revolt. You know what I mean? That could be another war for us. We would win, but it would be another war. I would like to give the Stormlands probably to my brother Viserys. But the Stormlands have suffered. Renly's the only other claimant anyway. And then who's after him? It revokes to the crown. So we'd only have to knock off Renly anyway. Do we save a massive war? But the thing is, we can also just cancel it and just justify it. So he will forfeit the Stormlands or send him to the dungeon. We have him in the dungeon. We actually have him in the dungeon. What are we best to do here? Okay, guys, I've made the decision. Lord Paramount Robert Baratheon, Bobby B, you will forfeit the Stormlands. Now what's going to happen? King Rhaegar the Dragon has usurped the title of the Stormlands from Robert. The Tower of Joy. So I have the Stormlands under my control. The Kingdom of the Stormlands. Yes. So we can actually give that to Viserys now. I need to do a quick save. Holy shit, but we got some Tower of Joy stuff finally happening. Finally, at 42 years of age, 18 years after the war, I'm finally going to go back to the Tower of Joy. After the glorious battle is over, you turn your horse and ride like a madman for several days towards the Tower of Joy in the Red Mountains of Dawn. Upon your arrival, the courtyard is oddly silent. The few servants apparently wary. When you dismount, the blood of your vanquished foe still splattered on your jeweled breastplate. Your three white knights show themselves and bow towards you, the look on their face stern and solemn. Suddenly, you exultantly wait. What brilliance of battle? Gives you worry. What kind of news? Welcome back in the Love's Nest. Alright, I must enter the tower. And here we go. You entered the tower in a hurry, and your heart jumps. Lady Lyanna is at bed. Oh, good. She's alive. Thank God. Feeding a child at her breast. She's as beautiful as ever a woman was. Alright. She looks up at you, smiles, blue eyes filled with joy and pride and love, and looks at you expectantly. Okay, so right. This madness must stop. Send them home. They have caused much trouble. I shall keep them here for now. I shall care for my love and her child. She should be queen. Right, so Eddard's still here. I don't know who this is. Bram of the North, Lyanna. So I've got a couple of options here. So I can make her my queen, which will piss off Elia. There'll be a divorce, and then my children with her will become legitimized bastards. Recently wed. Look. After all this fucking war, Rhaegar should marry Lyanna. She will be my queen. Here we go. This bloody war has cost too much to the realm to allow me to throw down what I was fighting for. I'll ask the High Septon to free me from the marriage bond with my poor gentle lady Ilia Martell. Lyanna Stark will become my spouse, my queen. A noble king and queen we shall make. Removing Ilia Martell from court has angered those at your court. Who? Sir Arthur Dane, 42. And some fuckhead in Rook's Crest. I don't care what they think. Lyanna Stark has finally arrived at my court. And a couple of others as well. As King's Landing is now the capital. But oh, Aemon is here. This is Jon Snow. Well, he should be like 18. Jon Snow. He's fucking like 18. He's only been born now because the war's only just fucking ended. But think about that. Like, Jon Snow just walks up. Yo, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's probably older now in this than what he is in the show. Okay, well, I guess we can start doing some stuff. Anything's popping up here. Marry as you please. That's fine. Yeah, so she's 35 now. Wow, okay. So, Aegon there, we can try and marry you off. I don't know if we're going to be able to. You could marry your mum. Oh my god, imagine that. Right, well, is everything just going to sort of change up now? Your Grace, Eddard has been defeated. What's this? Howlin of the Neck. Wait, what? Your great... Eddard Stark has been defeated. He resigns his role. Okay, so what even is going on in the Trident here at the moment? Serwyn Stark is ruling. Where even is Eddard? Oh! Right. So... Right, so what's that? So what the fuck's happened here? So that's gone now. Right, okay, right. So... Not everyone is technically under the Iron Throne, but regardless, we still have King's Landing here. The Arryns are still sworn to us. So the North is currently under Lord Paramount Brandon III, as Eddard is imprisoned and Catelyn Tully's died of the plague. So the Tullys are basically no more. So Serwyn Stark 13 is currently Lord of the Riverlands. Tyrion's here. Willis is here as well. Sure, I'm not too fussed about my courtiers. Okay, so let's go through the titles, and I guess we address the elephant in the room, which is Robert Baratheon. So I'm going to disband the army now. I'm going to have to repay most of my taxes and stuff. Get my wealth back on track. We have to repay the debts, rather, to the Iron Bank. Positions and titles we need to rejig as well. Plots-wise, let's cancel that. I wanted to actually kill Cersei's husband so I could marry her, but it didn't... I don't even know what's happened now. It looks like they've been divorced now anyway. Yeah, by the look of it, so... I don't know even why we can't marry into that. That's like somehow glitched. Right, regardless, let's deal with Robert Baratheon. What should we do with him? Should we execute him? Because what's actually going down in the Stormlands now? Robert is imprisoned by us. Renly's currently 24. We can obviously give the Stormlands to Viserys, which I'm inclined to do. I think we need to kill Robert Baratheon. We need to put him on trial. So, let's execute Robert. We can exile him. Call Robert Baratheon for trial. I'm actually tempted to send him to the wall. Like, he's a good commander. He's a good warrior, good commander. On the wall, he might be alright. Regardless, we're gonna have the trial for Lord Robert Baratheon. Let's do that right now then. Lord Robert has demanded trial by combat and is summoning his championing to King's Landing. He will remain in the dungeon until death. He doesn't want to be put on trial. He wants to be put on a trial of combat. That's hilarious. Why is this alliance broken down? The war has ended. I need to decide a new council. Why is the alliance gone? I'm not exactly sure. Right, let's see what this does. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against whom? Someone of Harrenhal. And what's he claiming? Harrenhal wants to claim that I don't fucking care. Right. It looks like the Lord of Harrenhal, Walter Went, wants to try and take the Tullys. Ancestral home of Riverrun. Right. Here we go. We got the trial of Robert Baratheon, but this is what I was waiting for, to see all this under my control. Regardless, the guards drag Robert of House Baratheon up from the cell and throw him at your feet. I've come for justice, he says. By right of birth and blood, I demand trial by combat. You have that right. I'll select someone to stand for the king. Or do I fight this myself? Or do I do it and put this down once and for all? 42. He's 38. Hunter. Knight. Skilled fighter. Strong. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. Or should I just get someone else to do it? But they could fuck it up. I'm probably the best sword in Westeros now at the moment anyway. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, Arthur Dayne's probably second. Probably close second. I don't know. Oh, finally, I found Sir Arthur Dayne. I wanted to actually check the stats between him and myself. Because he's probably, like I said before, probably the second... Or the best duelist in the game. Oh, so he actually has a duelist trait. Well, shit, I don't have that. He's a formidable fighter. What's his base martial? 27? What's mine? 25. Fuck. Well, he could be a potential candidate to fight for us. But I don't know. I think story-wise we should fight it. But I don't know if I'm going to win. I don't want to make Aegon king just yet. Nor Aemon, Jon Snow. Robert Baratheon demands a trial by combat. And he will have it. I can handle this myself. Or I can select someone. You know what? Fuck it. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Oh god, the trial for Robert Baratheon. Oh, look at this. It's the artwork as well. Imagine like the Red Keep in the background. The court looks on tensely as you and Lord Robert face each other in the trial. You scan for any signs of weakness, any opening in his defense that you could possibly exploit. We've got 3 options by the look of it. Attack with speed, force, or defense. One mistake is all he'll get. He's no match for my might. My will is strong and my God protects me. So we can attack with speed, get in and out real quick, slice him up. We can attack with force. He's been in the Red Keep dungeon for quite a while here. There's not sort of any sick sort of traits, is there? That'd be cool. We could sit back, relax, counter, and parry. But we don't want the, well, the thing to happen in our... in an alternative history. As we're in the fucking dirt here. Force, speed, or defense. Look, I'm going to go with force. Let's attack with force. Ugh! Okay, right. Before you have it before you have a chance to spot an opening, Lord Robert launches a ferocious, frenzied attack. You panic and immediately set on the back foot. Defend yourself. Lord Robert overwhelms your defense with a mighty blow, sending you sprawling to the ground. You look up, him towering over you, ready to deliver final blow. Yield. Fire and blood. You roll to dodge the final blow. Okay, Lord Robert strikes, but you roll to dodge just in time, taking no more than a flesh wound. You force your back. Oh my god! You are forced back to your feet and hold your weapon ready. One-eyed, wounded. Rhaegar the one-eyed dragon. Okay, I guess we go with force again. Your experience in combat and prowess with your weapon allows you to spot an opening in his defense. Yes! Wait, Lord Robert tries to fight back, but you force your way through, easily overpower his pathetic defense. Yes! You strike for his heart with all your might. Fire and blood. Yes! Oh no, but I think I lost an eye. Lord Robert crumbles to the ground, lifeless, and you wipe his blood from your weapon. The deed is done. Robert of House Baratheon is dead. Vala Morgulis. The fight is over. Lord Robert lies defeated. You have won. Lord Baratheon has been slain. His final plans failed. The gods are in my favour. Wow, fucking we. Right, what does Tyrion want? Yep, sure. Now, do I have one eye or something? No, it looks like I'm okay. I just saw the patch. That would have been hilarious if King Rhaegar lost an eye in that fight. It'd be quite fitting though. So Robert Baratheon is dead. Was killed in personal combat with Rhaegar Targaryen. Wow. Okay, we'll see if there's any more notifications going to come up, but I think it's sort of time to see how Westeros is shaping up now, and finally go through some of the council stuff. So King Rhaegar the Dragon, the War of the Fire, well, Robert's Rebellion is over. So Renly currently is Lord of Storm's End, and the heir is me, so we could actually try and set an assassination plot for him, so all these titles become to me. So let's plot to kill Renly Baratheon, and we'll auto-invite. Down in Dawn, Doran Martell is still chilling. She's 8. If I can betroth her to... No, we can't do it. Dickon's actually in my court. Dickon Stark. That's interesting. Right, what's happening here in the... Actually, what's happening down in Dawn? Can I ensure any... break non-aggression pact? Is there a form an alliance there or something? No. Is there something here then? Yeah, I don't know why they cancelled their alliance before. But my daughter Rhaenys is married there. Alright, Tyrion hasn't had any children, but he does have a couple of nephews. Okay. Serwyn Stark is currently Lord of the Trident. Daenerys actually doesn't mind me. 8. Balon, 26. What's that Greyjoy armor? That's what I wanted to look at just then. Theon. Ah, looks quite fitting. And Eddard's still imprisoned. But Bran's here. Are they actually... Oh, they're actually married. Oh, if I can marry Sansa then that'd be good. And what's going on in the Night's Watch? Who's the Lord Commander? Lord Commander Jantos the Old. He's a Martell. Okay, right. Well, let's set up the council again. So who can be the Hand of the King? I guess we'll allow it to Doran Martell. Or should I allow the Hand of the King to my son-in-law Willis? Let's give it to Willis, 24. Master of Law now. Oh, we've actually got some properly good, like, people in now. Because we're going to be able to have family members from all over the Seven Kingdoms in. Good. So, Arthur Dane is the sword of the morning. Yep. Is my man-at-arms. Right. Stewardship. Oh, Tyrion is going to be our master of coin. How fitting. And I don't even know what happened to Varys. We do need, by the looks of it, a new septon. So let's oversee here. Let's perform statecraft. Let's train troops within King's Landing. Let's get Tyrion to collect taxes. And we'll start scheming here. I didn't put my septon here, so we might actually have to request a new septon. So who should be my designated regent? Aegon, my son. Viserys. No, let's give it to Aegon. Jester. I'm not going to give it to Tyrion. That's an insult. Let's give Balon, Master of the Horse. High Almoner. Yeah, so we do have a High Septon. Oh, maybe it was buggering up there. I wouldn't mind having some of these other guys on the council. Like, Denny's is probably not a bad idea. Aaron. Is Lyanna Stark? Can I get her on the council? Yeah, here we are. There she is. Warden of the North. Okay, we can actually give out the Wardens now as well. Warden of the East, I'll give that. Warden of the North, I'm still kind of pissed off with them. But I guess I can give him Warden of the North. Give Tyrion Warden of the West. Give Willis Warden of the South. We can get some commanders in here. We actually can get Balon Greyjoy in here. Which is probably not a bad shout. There's actually a couple good commanders here. John of the Vale. He's young. Let's get you in here as well. Cool. So we've done some of the titles. Military-wise as well. We have access to 103k. God knows when the next war's going to be, but it might be soon. Let's call all the court out of hiding. Oh, I did that before with Varys, I thought. Viserys, sorry. Employ a new courtier. Probably a septon. Excellent. White book. We can look at the white book. Prisoners. Edmund of Wicton. Who's this? Waxley. I was going to say ransom, but we'll release him. There's no point of keeping him in the dungeon. Right, so these are the factions in the Seven Kingdoms at the moment. So Balon wants his independence. He's trying to lower our crown authority. And Renly, and some people want to put Renly of the Stormlands, even though I've got that under my control at the moment. So, have I got a new septon here now? Yeah, I can. Good. We can get you here then. Okay, so we've got an unmarried heir. We need to marry off Aegon. We've got a couple of righteous imprisonments, but I'm not going to press for any of those. Inheritance warning. Howland Reed doesn't have any children, nor does Jory Cassell of Moat Cailin. We can rebuild Summerhall. That's definitely something we can do. And host a wedding for Rhaegar and Lyanna. Yeah, I definitely want to get this wedding done. I thought the wedding was already done. Okay, I guess we officially host the wedding. I've given the orders for a grand ceremony and a feast to begin. All my vassals will be there. Uh-oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, wait, what? Okay, right. Yeah, stop informing me about those trials. So who are we at war with at the moment? Oh, what does Renly Baratheon want? To all the good lords of the realm, I hereby grant this kingsman... Alright. The best part of holding a wedding is organising the whole event. I'm sure it shit is. I don't want to spend too much on it. Nothing but simple tricks. Most of the preparations for the wedding have been now made. Now I only have to send out the invitations. Okay, Manderleys are coming. Blackhavens. Oh no! Not. Oh god, it's going to be interesting to see. I will not be able to attend. He's not attending. Oh no! This wedding might be a stinker. It doesn't surprise me. Oh no! Shit, the Aarons have contracted like smallpox, is it, or something? The plague. Shit, and so's his son. John's sick as well. We'll go to John. The wedding day is upon us. Ah, fucking Renly Baratheon, your grace. The Kingdom of the Stormlands currently has no incumbent separation from the crown. I petition that I should be made overlord of the region as your most loyal and able bannerman, Renly Baratheon. Right, okay, so very well. I'm not going to give him that. I'm going to deny him this. But it could cause another fucking war. I'm trying to have a wedding here. Look, I need to give this thing to Viserys. I think we need to do that now, but I want to try and get him married off. Anyway, here I stand before the gods to take up a holy vow of marriage. So it's officially going to go through now. With Lyanna Stark, the great lords and ladies of the Iron Throne. Look good. Now the feast begins. Okay, I think it's time to get some marriages off before I give Viserys the Stormlands. Right, so Aegon is 19, and he's not under my control. So can I actually... So what? Ideally, I want to marry this Martell, Loreza, if we can. So we can do that to Aemon and Viserys, but we can't do it here. Okay, well that would be ideal. There's also a couple of Aarons as well. Freya, who's 8. And then he has a daughter as well, who's 8. Wrathful. She's a bit better there. So... who should I marry to Viserys? 8. Or her? The Aaron. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. We'll marry... Probably Lorez is the better one, isn't she? Oh, she's a poor fighter. I think the Aaron girl is actually better by the look of it. Yeah, the Aaron girl is better. Oh no, not by much. It's so early, like these days. Like, there's not really much you can do. I would ideally like to marry Aegon to that, so I guess we'll marry the Aaron girl to Viserys. So let's try and get that done then. But to be fair, they might not even accept. I don't even know if they will. Oh, they will accept. Freya will marry my brother Viserys Targaryen. Okay. Oh, here we go. The feast is dwindling down. The bedding remains. Rhaegar and Lyanna are stripped of all their garments. A fine tradition. A wedding and a bedding. My liege and wisdom. Right, so this is... So that betrothal's now done. Let's hope they... Let's hope that they keep it. Right, okay, so I can revoke title, so... Yeah, why can't I give Viserys revoke title? He doesn't hold any land, that's why. Shit. Because I really need these, don't I? I'm going to have to knock out Renly before I even give it to him. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people actually backing me to get rid of Renly Baratheon. That's crazy. How old's Aemon? He's 0. And Aegon's 19. Well, at least the throne is continuing. Right, yeah, we need these titles. It's going to revoke to me at some point. Unmarried heir. Yeah, well, we can't really do anything. Can we? We could get him to marry someone in the court, but I don't particularly want to do that. So for now, it doesn't look like we can give Viserys the Stormlands, which sucks. So we'll let it skip a little bit, a couple of days, to see if anything pops up. But apart from that... Oh god, here we go. Elia has avoided me for some time in the rare occasion. Uh-oh. When we meet have turned to love-filled evenings. I remember the hours. Oh god. In the end... Oh, Rhaegar breaks up with Elia. I probably could just go visit her chambers, can't I? Like, surely that should be a thing. We can even marry her off... We can marry her off to Jon Snow. That's quite funny. But she's like 44 now. Disinherited. Oh, well, regardless, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of the Crusader Kings 2 Rhaegar Targaryen series. There is peace in Westeros. Finally, Rhaegar is currently 42. But I have a feeling that there's wars brewing. I don't know who we're going to be fighting. Ned? Well, Ned, I didn't know where Ned is, actually. Is he still locked up? No. Where is he? He's leading troops in the Stony Sept. Why? That's what I want to know. Maybe it's just because there's a Riverland thing going on here. Eddard the Wolf, 38, still doing his thing. What's his opinion of me? Still fucking hates me. What are the Lannisters doing? Ah, okay. Attacking the Trident. So there is a bit of a civil war sort of thing going on here. As Serwyn Stark rules the Trident. Okay. Well, we've still got Rhaegar 42. Still married to Lyanna. If they could get another son, that'd be fantastic. Aegon's 19. Aemon 0. Jon Snow. And Prince Viserys is 25. Daenerys, I guess, was never born in this alternative history. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.